What's going on? How y'all doing? So, got the word last night that Trump left Biden no vaccine plans, basically start from scratch. But what did you expect? He never took the virus seriously. 400,000 plus deaths, 20 million plus infected. And he just kind of like shrugged his shoulders. Could you imagine if he had stole another election, how much worse it would be? Could you imagine? Now, Biden is actually trying to he's talking like he's setting courses and he's using what I say is common sense. I'm not impressed, but he's just using common sense, what you're supposed to do. But he's got a lot of work ahead, and it's gonna be some months. And I'm one of those people. I think it's gonna be like next year before we kind of see something of the so-called normality, because I don't think this year is gonna be it. I think that they got to do a lot of testing, get stuff straight, get injections, get people to pimp that vaccine to get this going, to get this straight and try to get schools, businesses, stuff back, and because it's gonna be a mess, and you got to go through the whole cycle again. Wintertime is gonna be bad. You got to do spring, summer. You gotta, and you gotta be real with people. You gotta slowly ease it back in. Hard to do when you got 300 plus million people, 350 million people in this country, but gotta find a way. But when you got nothing, see, that's the problem. With no leadership, people trying to talk over people trying to do other people's jobs, not respecting their job, that's what happened. So Biden got to start from scratch with this. It's going to take a lot of work and going to take a lot of patience. It's going to take mask wearing. People got to wear masks, and they should. He's going to implement it on planes, buses, etc. You got to. You have to. But do I think the vaccines is 100-proof? No. I don't think they telling the whole story, because they got new variations of it. That's going to probably mean that you get a shot a year or something. What you're going to do. You're going to see something where it comes one way or the other. So, but it's embarrassing that America is the richest country as it is, and all the medical, etc., that they so butt backwards. It's embarrassing. There is no way to explain this to a third world country. If you're from a country and places where you didn't have access, that's one thing. But you here supposedly in the richest, most prosperous country, and they act like they stuck in the bushes. Like they got to go get well water, like this is Little House on the Prairie or something. It's embarrassing. So he got his work cut out. It's going to be very interesting how he formulates how this all works itself out. And I think it's going to take a hit before it gets better. But anyway, give me your thoughts and your takes. I welcome thoughts and comments. Please feel free to subscribe. And I do respond. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for one another. And 2021 going to be a lot like 2020 with some twists here and there. But, eventually they're trying to make it like martial law. And I've already talked about that. That's what they want. Eventually to stamp it all the way across. But what that mean in the big picture? We don't know. We just stay in one day at a time. Peace.